Today, I'm going to show you how to use the delay between valves feature in the Calsense CS3000 controller. The delay between valves is a wonderful feature. It allows you to create a space of time between when a valve is turned off and when the next valve is turned off. However, it is not always necessary to use this feature. It is typically used in situations with main lines or systems with low pressure. For instance, I may have a main line whose pressure is so low that I can only run one valve at a time. And if I turn on two valves simultaneously, the pressure drops so low that there's not enough for either valve to close or operate properly. So I need to create that gap between when I turn off the first valve and move to the next valve. So to do that, we go down to POC, and then we go over and down to delay between valve times. And this feature is normally off. It comes from the factory turned off because it is not always typically used, as I explained in the beginning. So we're going to change it and turn it on, and it is set based on the station group and how much time in seconds you need between when one valve turns off and another turns on. You will need to determine what the appropriate amount of time is by watching your system run prior to setting this up. Now, in my case, I'm going to say I've watched, and in all cases, 30 seconds is more than enough time for each valve to have turned off and the next valve to be ready to turn on. So I simply go down and I can use the plus or minus button to enter the time that I want. So there I have my 30 seconds. I'll go down to the next one. I can also press select once it's highlighted to get the keypad. In this case, I can go and just enter the amount of time needed and select OK. So in this case, I would simply enter 30 in every station group. And since my last station group is test, and I don't use it for anything but testing various setups or valves, I'm not going to add a time to that one. So in this case, I've added 30 seconds delay between each valve when the system is running. Now, it's important to note that this time will increase your overall length of time for your irrigation cycle to finish when it runs. So if you have 48 valves and you're adding 30 seconds between each valve, you're going to increase your cycle time by 24 minutes for each time the irrigation runs all 48 valves simultaneously. Just something to keep in mind. So your last step is you always want to hit the back button to make sure that your settings take effect. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much and have a great day.